right, hey you guys, what's going on? My name is Chris Huckes, and this is your best life defined. How you doing today? Did you wake up excited today? Are you energized? Are you ready to do this thing? I hope so. I'm feeling better today. My energy level is a little bit up today. Last couple of days been down a little bit. I apologize for the quality of the podcast and the energy levels. I'm not sure. Every once in a while, you just run out of gas, right? Maybe it's this here not drinking thing. Damn, squeeze that in, didn't I? Or maybe it's the fact that I'm still working on this here losing 10 pounds. Haven't got on the scale yet. But I think I'm feeling pretty good. I think maybe what happened was I kind of hit a lull the last couple of days, and I'm just going to kind of get back from that. So here's the question of the day. Does it work? You've been working, you've been doing it for a while now. Did you find happiness? Have you found success? Do you wake up every day energized, feeling great about your amazing life? If you do, then it works. If you do, then all those things that you do every day and all those choices you've made up to this point are actually right on track, right? Getting all excited about Saturday morning, it's weed day, get to go out there and pull some weeds, do some stuff like that. Yeah. Is that working for you? Huh? Go inside, drink some tea or have a cold beer, tell your partner, oh man, I just love pulling weeds. Oh yeah, is it working for you? Wake up in the morning and you look at your whole life and the day ahead of you, and you just sit back and you smile, get a warm, fuzzy feeling because of all the things you get to do. It's because of those choices too, right? It's because those choices you make, the things that you've decided are your ideal life, right? Your best life. That's all I'm asking. Does it work? Maybe, do you even know if it works? Do you even know, are you sure your gauge for determining whether all those choices are working is actually accurate? Maybe it's out of calibration. See, I think it is. That's actually the point of this conversation, is that I think we need to recalibrate whether the things we do every day actually work. How would you do that? Well, it probably starts with trying to define where you're going or your destiny, what your ultimate goal is. What's your goal? To get old? Spend time sitting on your front porch, not able to climb out of a chair? Hmm. If that's your goal, then I'm going to say it's probably going to work. How can you tell if it's working? Well, let's take a look at it. So let's take for a minute and take an inventory of your life and the things you do every day, right? And then find someone that's 20, 25 years older than you that have lived the same life as you. And I've told this story before, but it's important, this comparison. Find someone who has lived the same kind of life as you, that's 20 years older than you, and look how they turned out. Now, when you look at them, ask yourself, is that my goal? That's how you can tell if it works. If you take consistent action in any direction and it parallels someone else's life, and you see them and they're much older than you, and you see where it took them, and you can say, yeah, that's where I want to be. Keep doing it. Keep rolling. See, this is a reason that I'm here. See, because I know that for the most part, you're doing the same thing as your parents and your grandparents, and a lot of your ideas are the same. Your ideas about debt. It's okay to have a mortgage. That's how you buy a house. You borrow money, right? There's other options, but that's the one that you have established that in your system that works, right? It's okay to have two car payments. It doesn't matter. It's okay. That works. It does work. It works to develop or to create the kind of life and existence that you will have and that you can expect to have. Right? Proof. You're going to wake up one day and you're going to be old. You're not going to be able to get around like you used to. You might have an income. You might have retirement. You're making ends meet, but you never traveled around the world. You've never sailed in the ocean. You've never hiked to the top of a mountain and spent a week camping out in the Rocky Mountains. You didn't get your book written. You're not a world-renowned dancer, opera star, singer, actor, or anything else. You didn't buy your food truck and start a worldwide food truck business. But it worked, right? It worked. That's sad. If you're not inspired, if you're not waking up excited about the things that you do every day, then it's not working. Now, this is where honesty comes in, and this is the issue that we always face, and that is, oh, okay, no, I'm good. I love my life. I'm happy. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm looking around, and when I do get to see someone's face, they're not smiling. And they weren't smiling before COVID-19, before we all had to mask up. No one was smiling. We traveled all over the country in a fifth wheel, and I can tell you the one thing I can count on walking in a grocery store was seeing a bunch of grumpy people. And yet and what's funny is our goal is to be happy. We want to be happy. So we make these choices that make us happy. And then, of course, I walk around in grocery stores. I look at people's faces before COVID-19, and they're miserable. And if you were to pull a mask off, you take a look at people from a distance, we're still miserable. World is worse than ever, even though everyone's agenda is the same, to live, to be happy. Maybe it's because the blueprint we were handed doesn't work. See, I'm happy. I feel struggle. I face struggle every day because we're not going to escape the struggle. But I wake up every day and I'm satisfied by the effort I put in. And I'm more than that, I'm satisfied by the life I live. And you know how you can tell when it's working? You don't spend your time wanting. Just wake up every day. Well, no, I want. You don't spend your time looking at social media, browsing other people's lives as if you could probably vicariously live through them, vicariously live their lives, experience the things they're experiencing. Because I'm busy doing podcasts. I'm busy writing my book, busy doing all kinds of things I enjoy, working out, because it's working. I have the life I live. If I continue to live this life, I know where I'm going to be. I can look back. I can look 20 years at someone who's been doing the exact same things I'm doing. That is being a really good husband, focusing on kindness, working on established goals every day, never giving up, always pushing as hard as I can, living debt-free, not being afraid to face things I've never done before. There's a number of things that I can look at, and I can find someone that's like me 20 years down the road, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be really happy about where they're at, because I'm going to be real happy about where I'm going to end up. That's how you can tell if it works. Now, here's the problem. If you don't take that evaluation pretty soon, you're not going to have to worry about it, because it's going to be gone. Uh-oh. No, it's true. If you continue on the path you're on and you don't stop to take an evaluation, to actually ask yourself a critical question, is it working? Before you actually stop, and some people never do. This is the big issue with this podcast, is because this is an outside of the box podcast. This is way outside the box for most people. Most people don't want to face the idea of having to actually evaluate their life from a position of honesty. Oh, no, I'm happy. I'm happy. Even though when they're sitting away from you, you look at their face and they're frowning. I don't think we're as happy as we think we are. And I certainly know that this whole system, this American dream thing we have going on, it doesn't actually work. It doesn't work for the majority of us, especially now. I mean, housing prices are through the roof. I think, damn, how can anybody afford a house? And yet people are still jumping in. They're still jumping in. They're still just spending that money, incurring that debt. And it would be okay if they were getting amazing returns on that, if they woke up every day excited about their life. But think about it. How does it feel to wake up to your life every day? And now, here comes the point. What can I do about it? So, okay, so there's things about my life I don't like. What can I do about it? Here we go. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Let's fix this life. Let's start by taking some time to think about who you are and why you made your choices. Start by getting a piece of paper, drawing a line down the middle of it. List all the things you do today that you love and all the things you do today that you don't. There's a step. Pick one of those things you don't like about your life, that you'd like to change about your life, and then make the commitment to take action on it every day until it's gone. It's like getting a rock out of your shoe. I'm walking, I'm going as hard as I can. Finally, I just stop, pull that rock out. It's amazing how it feels when that rock's out of your shoe, right? Same thing is true when you wake up and you realize, oh, well, at least I don't have to do that anymore. Does it work? You're looking at most of your things, it doesn't work. You're not waking up energized. You don't get to spend any time fishing or doing any of the things you love to do, or don't get to spend as much as you'd like to. Start doing it. Start doing it. Start taking action in the other direction. Add something to your life that you think will make it better. Evaluate it. Take the action, evaluate it, and then regroup. Right? Figure it out if it works. This is an evolution. We are designed to evolve. We are not designed to be static, where we get to this point in our life where the debt matches our income and where our time is almost consumed, aside from maybe a Sunday afternoon where we're just doing stuff, and then we just sit there in autopilot. We got that autopilot life going on. That's not how life is meant to be. That's not how life is intended to be. And we're never going to be satisfied. That's why no matter what you have, you want more. That's why no matter where you are in your life, there's something else that you want and you add to your life. That's why we can't go to the store without buying stuff. And the problem we have is it's fine if that's what you do, if it works. It's fine if what you're doing right now is going to take you to where you want to be in 5-10 years. But the reality is, for most of us, it isn't going to happen that way. Look at how your parents ended up. Look at how your neighbors, the old neighbors, you remember, Ben and Jill or whoever they are, right? Look at them. How did it turn out for them? If you're okay with that, well, I'm good. Then it's all done. But when I take a look at my life and I think about what's possible, the reality is that I want to feel inspired. I want to feel like there's a sense of a need to accomplish something, to achieve a goal beyond grinding it out. And it's not always easy. That's the sucky part about it. And the other thing is, for me, like the struggle I face right now with this podcast is simply, how do I convince you that there's another way to do things? And how do I give you the courage to go ahead and step outside your box and try it? To do one thing and say, hey, listen, I would really like to start playing golf. I think I'm going to play golf every Saturday. What do you think about it? How will you help me do it? What do you got going on in your life? What would you like to add to your life? And guess what? Before you know it, it's there. You can test it. Does it work? Hell yeah. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. But without trying, you'll never know. So, I don't know. I wake up every day energized. I hope you do. If you're not on your resolutions, if you haven't picked something yet, a better life for yourself or a better path for yourself, or you haven't decided that maybe you're working way too hard for all the crap you have, and maybe it's time to add some things to your life, some adventure to your life that allows you to actually be rewarded for the hard work you do. I don't know. Today's a pretty good day to try it. Would be a perfect day to start. I hope you will. So keep that in mind. Don't forget about the kindness and the empathy and the consideration. The world is a scary place right now. I'm not scared because I'm focused on me. I hope you'll do the same. Until next time, just remember, today's your day. Make it a good one.